Hey up, Mr. Josh here again. What day is it today? Thursday, theoretically. Well, it's actually Sunday. I do these things in advance, otherwise I'll never get to the end of the week alive. But today I'm going to try and talk you out of going to school, which I know sounds really daft, seeing as I'm an English teacher and I should be promoting school at the end of the day. But no, I'm going to tell you not to. Before we get into that, if you're new here, please subscribe and also hit the like button, because I need the attention. I'm a very needy person and it helps me. So, why would an English teacher tell people not to go to an English school? Well, here's one good reason. Firstly, they are sodding expensive. If you do a Google search for like a residency school in England for non-native English speakers, they cost around, well, I did a search earlier and most of them were around £1,500 for 5 days. Intensive tuition, as they call it. In fact, that would pay for over 130 hours with me if you hired me privately via Skype. The second reason I don't like them is that you won't be speaking to English people. Yes, no, seriously, believe it or not, you will not, because you will be in a classroom with a whole group of other foreign people. The only English person will be the teacher, if you're lucky, and you won't be speaking with the teacher will be speaking to you. It'll be like a one-way argument. Maybe you'll get 10-15 minutes in a day where you're actually having a conversation with this person, but most of the time you will be speaking with non-native English speakers. I've been in a room with about 30 non-native English speakers trying to learn English. And when they do pairing up work or group work where they're all supposed to be speaking together in English, it is shocking how bad it is. Like really, really shocking how badly they are speaking English. You're not going to learn English by speaking with a non-native person who's making the same mistakes as you, or possibly new and creative ones. I also have first-hand experience of this from when I was doing my degree course. As part of the Spanish side of the degree course, I had to spend a week in a Spanish university. During that 1 week in the Spanish university, I spoke to 3 Spanish people in a week, which is just daft to me because at the time I was living in Spain full time and spoke to more people than that every day. Not to mention that as we were mostly all British, as soon as the class ended, we just spoke in English all the time. We didn't speak in Spanish. It was like, why bother? So those are the reasons you shouldn't go. But allow me to offer you an alternative, because I'm not here just to slag off English schools. Actually I am, but let's offer you an alternative. If you really want to go to England to learn English, do this. Instead of paying £1,500 to go to a UK residency school, and by the way, in that price, a lot of those don't include food or your bed for the night, so that's an extra cost. Do this instead. Google UK coach tours. Very important, UK coach tours. Hey up, I've just realised in the edit I forgot to mention something. Book through a UK agent. Don't book in your home country. If you book it in your home country, you're going to be on a tour with more people from foreign countries or your own country. So you must go direct to the UK and book it in the UK. Okay, back to the video. And you'll get like a big long list of companies that offer tours around the country. And they start from pretty much everywhere and go to anywhere you like. A lot of them do like a loop. So you can start from Heathrow Airport and go up to Scotland and back down again. Now, if you go on one of these tours, you will be stuck on a bus, or actually a coach, but let's not get into that for the minute. You will be stuck on a bus with a whole load of British people, probably. And you will be taken around the country, not just London, because a lot of people say to me, yes, I've been to England, and they tell me that they didn't leave London. You will see what England actually is, okay? Secondly, you are going to be forcibly made to speak English because you're going to be on a bus with a whole load of English speakers, and you'll be stuck with them for 24 hours a day. You'll be forced to speak English. So if you get over your shyness of, I don't want to look like an idiot, I don't want to tell people I don't understand, just walk straight into the bus and say, I'm here because I want to learn English. So feel free to correct my English and teach me new things as we go. And I guarantee there will be at least 5 old grannies or something on the bus who will look at you as a project and will spend the entire time explaining things to you. Go on a UK coach tour. They are much cheaper. They can be much more expensive as well. You know, it depends on what level. But I did a Google search and I found a company that was offering 5-day tours around £400-500 mark, which is a lot cheaper than going to a residency school. And trust me, you're going to learn a lot more English and a lot more useful phrases than you ever will in a school reading from a book. This will be real English in the heat of battle. Not to mention that you'll get to see some of the country instead of just 4 walls of a classroom and some idiot standing at the front telling you that you're wrong all the time. Go on a coach tour. It's more fun, it's cheaper, and you will learn so much more than if you go to a residency school. Trust me on this, you will. Anyways, rant over, I'm off to go and get drunk. Bye for now.